Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Waypoint Resource Group from their credit report. And in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, I should say that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. If, for example, if you know or believe that Waypoint Resource Group or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any major issues that are really affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. Our number will be in the description below, so you can find that easily. But what I want to do is go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one that I have here is I think really important. And that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Waypoint Resource Group? And the reason I put this one at the top is because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. I mean, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The amount of the debt doesn't matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million. It really doesn't matter. You cannot be arrested or get jail time for the amount of debt. So now, who is Waypoint Resource Group and why are they on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency, and they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap, and then they try to collect the full amount. Okay, so for example, let's say that you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Waypoint Resource Group could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But here's the thing: they don't try to collect that. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which would give them then a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, I mean, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is a primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. But what a lot of people don't realize is that even if you pay a debt on your credit report, that does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So, a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest. It could just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt could even hurt your score further. Now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your family members, colleagues. And I think I should mention too that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Let's see here. We've got, should you negotiate a settlement with Waypoint Resource Group? This is tricky because settling your debt with Waypoint Resource Group really depends on your goal. Typically, if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. Why do I say that? Because as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts can get removed completely. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's quite perfect. So how do you remove Waypoint Resource Group from your credit report, right? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, let me say the knowledge required to do this is a bit more involved than it might seem. But that's not to say, you shouldn't learn how to do it. But, be prepared to spend some time, weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you hire a professional to handle it for you, and then you can ensure that it's done properly the first time and, save you the extra time, that's what we're here for. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with Waypoint Resource Group accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well, if you'd prefer. How can you get Waypoint Resource Group to stop calling you? So, as I mentioned before, Waypoint Resource Group calling is their attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, which really means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you, one, settle your debt with them, right? Or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Waypoint Resource Group try suing or garnishing my wages? So, them suing you is unlikely. It can happen, and it does happen, but really in our experience it's pretty rare. There are a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win. It's a lot of very complicated, but and long. It's a long process too. But however, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, then they won't be able to collect at all, which is again another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Waypoint Resource Group? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Waypoint Resource Group has purchased. Okay. Waypoint Resource Group is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA. And, as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. While these acts can seem complicated, they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use them properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, it's not a problem. You can give us a call today. We can discuss your options. Again, you can find our number in the description area below. And with that, thanks for watching.